Okay, hi, I'm Noelle, and this is Take Me As I Am. So, growing up, I always felt different, like something about me just wasn't right. So, when I started high school, I was questioning my gender and who I identified as, or what I identified as. I never really felt comfortable in skirts or dresses, yet I had to wear them to church. I don't really like how feminine my voice is most of the time, though I love to sing. But I feel confident and powerful in a suit and tie. So I began identifying as gender fluid. I went by they, them pronouns. Most of my friends and teachers knew, just not my parents. I didn't tell them. So in December, one night, I was texting my best friend, and a question suddenly came to me that I felt like I needed to ask him. What does demi boy mean? He told me that it means you identify as male and something else. And that felt right. That felt better than gender fluid. That felt like that was meant for me. So I told him, I like this better. I would like to go by he, him, and they, them pronouns. And so he told me he would do that for me and that he loved me. I just have to figure out how I need to tell my parents now. Just thinking about coming out to them was stressful and caused a lot of anxiety. So days had turned into weeks, and I couldn't figure out the words that I wanted to say, nor did I ever have the opportunity to really tell them. Because whenever it was just the three of us in a room, I would start overthinking. What are they going to say? Are they going to accept me? Will they call me by my pronouns? Are they going to reject me? Are they going to kick me out? I would open my mouth and the words would get stuck. They weren't ready to come out. My hands would be shaking, my heart would be pounding, and I couldn't say anything ever. So late January, around 8:30 p.m. at night, my mom was in her room already, getting ready for bed. My dad and I were on the couch, and my dad was playing a video game. It was just the two of us in there. I have to do this now. As I sat there and watched, he started another round, and I opened my mouth. When you're done with this round, can I talk to you and Mom? It's kind of important. He said, okay, we can do that. The minutes that followed were like molasses. Each passing moment was excruciating, and my heart pounded harder and harder. It was really hard to just sit there and wait. Eventually, he finished his round, turned off the console and the TV, and we made our way to his room where my mom was. They had no idea what I was about to say. So they sat on the bed and waited as I stood there and collected my thoughts, trying not to cry. Mom, Dad, I don't identify as female. I said it, and there's no going back. I started to explain myself more, how I know that I feel this way, how hard it had been to get up and tell them, and how important it would be for them to call me by my pronouns, by he, him, or they, them. By that point, I was crying. I couldn't help it. You know I love you. I just want you to know that I want you to keep going to church. I also need you to tell your sisters and your grandma, because it would mean a lot more for them to hear it from you than from me. That's how my mom replied. My dad didn't say anything. He just sat there. Don't know how either of them truly feel about this or how they feel about it now. All I do know is that they don't call me by my pronouns, and I've given up on trying to correct them. But I still go to church, And I get to wear what I want, which is good. It makes me comfortable in the body that I am in. But I just don't know how they feel. So please, all I ask of you today is to take me as I am, or don't take me at all. Thank you.